Hello, Taurus, and welcome to the Aligned Astro Tarot Network. I am your decision guide. I'm here, Taurus, to help you with your February energetic reading. We're going to look at what your influences are, what your goals are, and we're going to just have some good time here and see what we can come up with. What's going on for you? And don't forget that a lot of these readings flow one into the other. I just finished reading Aries. One thing I can say about Aries is Aries reading from December and January, they were both about getting their power. This one was about them becoming wise and really learning a lot of lessons in love. And so not only have they taken their power back in December and January, but they have become wise, and now they are here to share their lessons of love with the world. They had a wonderful, wonderful reading. So let's see. I'm just shuffling your clarifying cards right now. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at your present energy and see what's going on with you, Taurus. Okay. All right. So, presently, there is an energy of you and a partner with the Five of Pentacles are going through a transition, right? You guys have been through everything. You guys have dealt with betrayal and some burdens in regards to that betrayal. You're still with this person, Taurus, but you are getting ready to make a decision about this relationship. That's what you're manifesting right now. Your goal is to actually come out of this with your confidence and your intuition intact. I mean, you're trying to be like, okay, I'm tired of being held back by this partner. So, Taurus, you feel like you're being held back by someone. You feel like you haven't been living your best life. The security that you have been working for, you're not feeling it, right? And you're like, I am thinking about possibly transitioning into a life without this person, because you feel like you can do bad all by yourself, right? Being with this person has caused you to lose some things. It's caused you to be on the defense, some confusion amongst some people, right? But you have a vision of taking your self back, regaining your fire, and getting secure within yourself. And you're going to do that because in your outcome, you're celebrating. You're celebrating. You're entering into, you're finishing up a cycle here with the World card. You're literally graduating into yourself, basically. You've learned a lot from this relationship. You really have. And you've done the traditional Taurus, I'm going to hang in there with you through thick and thin, because you kind of feel sorry for this person, Taurus. Like you kind of feel like, oh, if I leave them, they're not going to have anybody else. But you've sacrificed your own security for the sake of this relationship. And you're no longer trying to do that. Like, you're going from this to this. You're going from being with someone that's holding you back to being the Nine of Pentacles. Right? This person has betrayed you. You stuck with them. They've caused you some burdens. You stuck with them. Right? But you're like, I got to make a decision here. I can't continue to do this because I need to get my confidence up. And I also need to get my intuition back. I need to get my passion, my confidence. I need to get my intuition back. I need to start thinking for myself. You're in a cycle or coming out of a cycle. And you've reached your goal in the future. This is of going through everything and reaching your goal. Okay? Right now, your attitude is that you have to kind of be on the defense here. Because as you're trying to get out of this relationship, you're having to defend your position. You're having to stand up and be like, hey, I've done all I can do with you. I've been out in the cold with you. I have gone the extra mile with you. I have supported you. I have taken your backstabbing ways, and I just can't do this anymore. Right? And basically, it looks like you really have your eye on somebody else that embodies what it is that you want, because this person has themselves together. This person is struggling. You're looking at somebody else because this is who you're becoming. And hopefully what you're thinking is maybe I can find my King of Wands, right? That's what you're thinking in your mind, you know. And it's the right move because that's your outcome. Celebrating, right? You're celebrating. Okay, so whoever this was started out as the King of Cups in your life. Like, it started out like, this person is the bomb. They are offering me the emotional security that I really, really wanted. Right? They came in really fast. And your perception of them was that they were just the one for you. Right? And it kind of slowed down because you were like, wait a minute, I'm looking for some growth here, but I'm not quite seeing what I'm looking for. Like, I don't know. I'm not really sure. Like, this is what you're going through right now. Like, you're like, I've planted all these pentacles, and I'm not really seeing what I want to see. Right? And so you're like, did I make the right decision? That's what you're wondering. Did I did I make the right decision here? Because I honestly just don't know. You're questioning that twice, over and over and over. You keep questioning that because that's defining that, right? Like, I just need to know if I made the right decision, right? Now, this Two of Wands, you're kind of looking at your decision with that person, but this Two of Wands is looking the other way. You're split, right? You're going back and forth between moving forward or going back, or staying where you are, moving forward or staying where you are. You're kind of split. It's really weird. Like, here you are. There's your situation presently. And you're like, should I stay? Or should I choose my own growth and development? You know? You're still torn presently between leaving this person. Like, you feel bad about leaving this person because, Taurus, you're loyal. You're loyal. But you're ready for a quick change. Like, you're ready for something to happen quickly. You're losing your patience. You've already spent as much time as you possibly can on this, but you still feel a little guilty about leaving. Right? Clarify the Three of Cups. Okay. Clarify the Nine of Pentacles. Clarify Five of Wands. Okay. Clarify the World card. Clarify the Four of Pentacles. All right. Okay, so in the future, after you break away from this person, right, you kind of become a little bit selfish, but not really. You know, you're holding on to what you got because you lost so much in the relationship, helping and supporting and giving up your own security and being out in the cold with someone because you didn't want to leave them hanging. That's going to bring you a victory. So it looks as though from this that you will be making the right decision, but we're going to clarify with some other cards to make sure, right, to help you make the decision since you are so torn as to which way to go. We'll clarify it, right? Your outcome is celebration, but there's the High Priestess there, which is asking you to go deeply into your subconscious and to not necessarily be shallow in regards to this. This High Priestess in this situation is letting me know that this situation is not necessarily about your partner. It is about your own enlightenment to your subconscious. You need to get in touch with that so that you can fully understand why you do what you do, so that you don't continue to repeat patterns. Sometimes we use our partners as excuses for our own weaknesses and our own fears. For example, the mother who blames having children on why she didn't finish nursing school, or the father that blames taking care of a family versus going out and pursuing his singing career. Really, both those parents were very much afraid of failing, and they just used their children and family as an excuse as to why they didn't meet their goals. But they really could have done that with the family and children had they just, persevered. So you need to examine yourself on a very, very deep level. Don't just get out here and just celebrate and forget about from where you came from. But while you're celebrating, also dig very deeply inside of yourself and examine your subconscious and the things that you're calling to yourself, so that while you are celebrating, you don't find yourself ending up in the same situation again. You do have the Queen of Pentacles, which is of prosperity. So it looks as though as you move out of, a lot of people are moving out of relationships right now and moving into prosperity and moving into enlightenment. I mean, I really saw that with both these readings so far. As the Queen of Pentacles, as the Nine of Pentacles, what am I doing? You're feeling a little bit helpless. Like, even though you're very accomplished and you're in a lot better position than you were when you were with this person that you were trying to help, that you're with now, you're in a much better position, but you are feeling kind of down on yourself, a little bit vulnerable, a little bit helpless. It could be because you see yourself as single, right? And you may be defining yourself as like, oh, I'm not really doing anything if I don't have a partner, right? You got so used to helping and supporting someone else that now that you are into yourself over here, you feel a little bit like, woe is me, I don't have anybody now to take care of or be with. Now I'm by myself and I'm feeling helpless and nobody's here for me after I've been here for everybody else. I want somebody to help me like I help them. But you're not really helpless, Taurus. You're actually doing very well over here, right? As you move out of this energy. So don't feel that way, okay? Here, also, with your present attitude where you feel defensive, with the Queen of Cups, you feel defensive, and you also feel as though that you need a little more compassion from people, that somebody's not being very compassionate with you, that somebody's not being very grateful for the things that you've done for them. And you're like, I dare you. I can't believe that you are like treating me like this after I have bared these burdens and this betrayal and been here for everybody. And you're defensive and you're like, I need a little bit more tenderness, a little bit more compassion here. That's what you're thinking. Okay, clarify the King of Wands with his sexy self. He's so sexy. He's the sexiest thing in the deck to me. I think he is just, look at how he's sitting. He is just so sexy. Look at his legs and his feet and how he's holding that rod. Oh, he's so sexy. Right? Four of Swords is clarifying that. And what I interpret that as is, once you relax, once you actually come to terms with moving away from this draining energy, that you're going to manifest and relax, and you're going to manifest this right here. You're going to manifest the King of Wands, which is very good. All right. He looks much more secure than whoever it is that you're out in the cold with right now, trying to help. Y'all just limping along. But right now, you don't see it. You're not seeing that, right? And you really need to open your eyes, your spiritual eyes, and see that, right? Because this person has you just doing too much. You're juggling way too much. You're doing too much. You're coming into a place where you're just draining yourself. All right? You're doing it, but it's taking a toll on you. All right? And in the past, they have just zapped your strength, you know.